start playing with a wood shafted club. Hogan had a quote, "When you hit a good shot, the feeling travels up the shaft through your arms right to your heart." And you can feel it. And when you strike it well, it feels really good.
We decided to bring a Hickory golf tournament to Mid-Pines. Hickory golf in the United States is in infancy. At that time that we did the tournament here, I would say there were maybe 100 players in the United States that played enough hickory golf to say you were a hickory golfer. So I started in 2000 a group called the Society of Hickory Golfers. The idea was to have golf events that we could all come to and play. Mid-Pines in a society, it was a natural bring together. If there's somebody that's kind of maybe a person you didn't want to play golf with, he leaves Hickory Golf. So wherever you go, you're playing with somebody that's pretty nice to play golf with. He's not a club banger because you break them. My name is Tad Moore. I'm the largest manufacturer of replica hickory golf clubs in the world. You come to a place like this and you get people that compliment you on, geez, I almost quit, and then I got a set of your clubs. It drives me. I mean, in my young days, I did all the work on tour, designed all the clubs for Dunlop Maxwell for almost 20 years. Ian Woosnam won the Masters with one of my putters.
Got it.
So I was out there forever, and we were all together in the early 90s or late 80s, and we were in Scotland, and I found a good niblick. I just delivered clubs to Seve Ballesteros, and they said to me, so if you can make clubs for Seve Ballesteros, you can surely make a niblick, And so I came home and I started working on it, and a couple years later, I made my first hickory club. So there you go.
My name is Rob Alswede, and it's Ahlschwede. It's a German word that means old Swede. My first set of clubs were hickory when I was a kid, 10 years old. And I lived on a farm, and I hit them around the farm until I broke all but two of them. I didn't really start collecting things until the early 80s. And then when the society was formed in 1999, 2000, I was not one of the founders, but I was the first member that wasn't a founder. And I've been playing strictly with wood shafted clubs since the year 2000.
Modern game is just tee it up, hit it as far as you can, and go from there. But with hickory golf, you lose about 15% on driver distance. Doesn't mean these young guys can't hit it a long ways, but you play a lot of different shots, and I think that's what drives them. There's more shot making in hickory golf.
I mean, we all talk about, oh, that's great feel. What the hell is that? Well, young players with modern equipment, especially with metal-headed woods and perimeter-weighted irons, they don't understand feel, because those are really hard, and they hit it and it goes.
If you're playing a 36-degree modern club and a 36-degree hickory club, you lose very little distance, very little carry and everything. So the main thing is the shaft is heavier. You're playing about 140, 150 gram iron shaft. Well, today a lot of these guys are playing probably 100 gram,
It's like a feather. It's just so light. And it's no wonder you can get extreme swing speed.
And my replicas have to use the old groove technology and that sort of thing. So you don't stop the ball as well. So it's an overall game is a little different, It makes you think more.
Hickory is a living material. It not only flexes, it also torques. And that's one of the things when we're looking at a golf club for ourselves to play or to help somebody else. The first thing you do, we put it on the ground and we compress it to see how flexible the shaft is. The second thing we do is we take hold of the head and the grip and we twist to see how much it torques. And a really, really good hickory club will torque maybe 15 degrees, 10 degrees. A really limber one will go a long ways. And those are really hard to control because if you're coming down too fast, the club will stay open through impact because it's already torqued and it's not coming back for a while. For hickory, it's a matter of where you set the tee boxes. And older courses like this, when you play the forward tee boxes, the course still plays like it would have back in the 20s. And that's what's important for hickory. We can play hickory on any golf course, but a lot of golf courses just, when you move the tees really forward, the shot value is just not there.
And we played here because it was a Ross course and because of Mid-Pines hospitality. That was a big thing that drew us here. If you play Ross courses, Mackenzie's the same, tend to play the ball a little more on the ground. You play with hickories the way the course is meant to be played. We now have tournaments all over the United States, all the time. I mean, if you live in Michigan, for instance, twice a month they have an event. Wisconsin, almost the same. I mean, every place you go, Alabama, where I'm from, all these places, there's hickory events. It's a camaraderie, as you'll see here. You know, we have a lot of new players here this year. Everybody's having a great time. We're seeing more young people come to this tournament, you know. And this year, probably we have the youngest group ever. To me, it's the greatest sport that there is.